It is your Monday message, Team New Kent. Let's go. It is the eve of the first day of school. Wanted to bring you a very special Monday message as we venture into the virtual world tomorrow. Since I wasn't able to do a convocation because nothing is the way it was before, I thought I'd bring you an extended message on the eve of the first day of school. So I hope you like it. I hope you get something out of it. It is now time to press on and also march on.
Team New Kent, it is Operation Press On. This is our mission for the 2020-21 school year. Last year, when I stood before you, we talked about the Yellow Brick Road, the Wizard of Oz, and who knew that our adventure last year would top the Wizard of Oz? We had a strong plan to start the year, and it looked like the graphic above, and I think it turned out to be the graphic on the bottom. And I think this year will follow suit. But you know what? We're going to make it to that finish line, and we're going to do it together. Quick check-in on the class of 2032. Remain relentlessly committed to the class of 2032. And you know this person with me, that is my best friend, and she's going into first grade. Class of 2032 had an interesting start, just like I did, but we will continue to rally around this class and every class that comes before them to make sure that they get what they need. We can do this together. Operation Press On, we're going to transition from the Yellow Brick Road to the South Pole. But before we do it, I'm going to talk quite a bit about leadership. And I want to make sure I make this point that leadership is not a title, it's a behavior. And you know this, Team You Can, because I have seen leaders step up over and over and over again as we begin this virtual start. Thank you for filling the gap and making big things happen. It's not about your title, it's how you act and how you behave. And I love the leadership that I see on our team. Our mission for the year ahead is a 20-mile march. This comes from Jim Collins' work, Great by Choice. I'm going to pull out a section of it and talk you through it pretty quickly. It really starts with the journey to the South Pole. There were two teams, and you can see the two men on the sign who started the expedition about the same time, and it was really a race to the South Pole to be the first one to get there. As you can see on that sign, both of them did get there, but Amundsen's team beat Scott's team to the South Pole. Now, in this story, Amundsen's team also safely got home, whereas Scott's team, they all perished on the journey back. There's some similarities and differences in their stories. They're about the same age, they had about the same amount of experience, and they had the same number of good days and bad weather days as they transitioned to the South Pole. So what was the difference? The difference was Amundsen had a plan of consistency and Scott had a plan of convenience. Amundsen every day, no matter what the weather was, they committed to a 20-mile march. No matter what we wake up to, if it's the best weather day in the world, we're doing 20 miles. If it's the worst weather day in the world, we're doing 20 miles. Whereas Scott's team only moved forward on good weather days. On a good weather day, they may go 40 to 60 miles. However, often you have more bad weather days than good, or equal, or less, or whatever the case may be. You've got to make that march every day. Amundsen beat Scott by 34 days to the South Pole, and his team got back, and really it wasn't magic. It was consistency. And as we line up to start this virtual year, that's going to be the key to our success. Are we able to be consistent? Now, a 20-mile march is important because you need two parts of it. You need a lower bound, like this is the hurdle that I'm going to jump over every day. But you also need a ceiling that you're not going to rise above. You just have to be consistent. The ambition to achieve and the self-control to hold back. We have to be consistent every year, but especially in this virtual start. And I know you can do this, Team New Kent. So what's important about a 20-mile march? It helps turn the odds in your favor for three reasons. First, put in the context of our virtual start, it's going to build confidence. Like, what's the hurdle you're going to take on day one? And then clear that hurdle. You're going to build confidence along the way. Second, It reduces the likelihood of a catastrophe when you're hit by turbulence. And we know a lot about turbulence in our year together, Team New Cat. But when you're consistent, you can take that hit and you can keep moving. It also helps you exert self-control in an out-of-control environment. And you know now more than ever that a lot of things are outside of our control. What can we control? What hurdle can we jump over every day? And how can we make big things happen? We are going to march side by side together, no matter the weather. Here's the mindset of leaders. There are never enough good days to get the job done. If you only march on a good day, you're never going to get to your destination. Few days are sunny, even fewer are perfect. Instead, most days have something wrong with them. Even in this virtual start, we're going to have many days that have something wrong with it, whether it's a technical glitch or something else that's going on. We have to stop waiting for perfect days and march forward no matter what. That's our mindset. That's what we're moving forward. We're going to be relentlessly consistent in the work we do. Makes me think about the tortoise and the hare, not quite the South Pole, but we're really going to take that tortoise approach with this virtual start. Keep it simple. What can we execute well and gradually add to that toolbox? 20-mile march, it's really about execution with consistency. That's how we get results. What's the strategy? What are we going to commit to? And how do we get those results? The secret is there's no secret. Just like Nike said, just do it. We're going to move forward together. We are in this together. Saw this quote, thought I'd add it into the presentation because there's a lot of doubt and speculation and commentary. But when I think about our march, if people are doubting how far we go, we're just going to go so far we can't hear them anymore. We can make this happen. I know you can make this happen. The time is now. So now what? I'll send you this presentation as well so you can have this. But here's a framework that I utilize often, and that's really a leader's work. So what are the worries? What are the progresses piece? Can we see it? And then we have to own it. What can we each take on and own to move this forward? And then we have to solve it. And then you do it. We have a big year ahead. The important thing is to chunk down that year into manageable parts. What is your 20-mile march tomorrow? And then plan your 20-mile march for the next day. And finally, it's really about choices. The choice to participate, to be optimistic, to intentionally bring out the best in other people. We make the choice to inquire, to be curious, to challenge the status quo. We need to give people the benefit of the doubt. We need a great deal of grace in this start in the school year. I want you to find hope instead of fear in the face of uncertainty. I know you have worries. I know there's anxiety, but we're going to work through this together, and it starts with our first march tomorrow. Attitude is the most important choice any of us will make. I've talked to a number of you recently and talked about how I stay positive. What's the alternative? To walk around negative? To walk around and poke holes in things? The attitude is the most important piece. We stay positive. We stay strong. We march together. We choose to lead. Those are the choices that are in front of us, and I know we can do it. Operation Press On begins on Tuesday. It's going to be a great start to the school year. I'm in it with you. We're side by side, and we will press on. Have a great first day. Have a fantastic first week, and I'll see you soon.